All lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter. 2 dead, 5 others hospitalized in drive-by shooting at family barbecue on Southwest Side, police say. A family barbecue party was interrupted by deadly gunfire Saturday night in San Antonio. The reporter on this story was Leigh Waldman. This was originally published on June 19th. I originally made a video for this a day after when it was done, but YouTube failed to upload it, so I'm remaking this video now. San Antonio. At least 2 people were killed and 5 others were injured in a shooting at a family gathering on the Southwest side Saturday night, according to San Antonio police. Authorities are still searching for suspects who drove by a home in the 2500 block of Patron Drive and opened fire from a dark-colored SUV around 10:15 p.m. Authorities believe about 20 to 30 rounds were fired. Neighbors who didn't want to be identified because they were still shaken up by the shooting say they initially thought the sounds they heard were fireworks. I told my husband, "Was that fireworks?" He goes, "No, that was a gun. There was some gunshots," one woman who lives down the street said. "Yeah, like it sounds like fireworks because none of that ever happens here," a young man said. 2 men were killed, ages 45 and 46, and 5 others were transported to the hospital with wounds from gunfire, police said. The injured victims ranged in age from 19 to 45, include 2 women and 3 men. Victims were treated at the scene and transported to the hospital. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus said family members were holding a barbecue in front of the house. He said 6 children were at the home, but none were injured. "I still hear the little girl screaming. She was just screaming, and I could hear a lady screaming. And I mean, it was like a nightmare," the woman down the street said. The home is located near Interstate 35 South and Palo Alto Road, just inside Loop 410. "It's always around, but it's never in our neighborhood at all. So I guess it's a big shock having it on my street too, big shock," the man said. You're not safe anywhere, not even at church, not even at school. So it's getting bad. It's getting worse," the woman said. This woman is absolutely right. About 15 minutes after the shooting on Patron Drive was reported, another drive-by shooting was reported less than 2 miles away in the 9200 block of South Zarzamora Street. It isn't immediately clear whether the 2 are related, but the description of the vehicle matched, police said. In the shooting on Zarzamora, someone in a dark-colored SUV reportedly opened fire at 3 men parked in front of a Circle K. Police said about 30 shots were fired. The gunfire hit 3 vehicles, the convenience store, and a car wash, police said. No one was injured. So this is a tweet from KSAT Max Macy. It's happening all over the country. San Antonio is no exception. That doesn't make it any more palatable, but we're in the same boat, as you know. Nobody seems to be able to put your finger on why it picked up. I could tell you why, Chief McManus. It's because we live in a society in America that worships the gun. Gun culture in America is literally killing Americans. And if you are too blind to that, you have been brainwashed by America. Most Americans can admit that we've been lied to most of our lives. They lied to us about the founding of our country. They lied to us about what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to go to college and get millions of thousands of dollars in debt. You're supposed to buy a home and get in debt to the banks. All these sorts of things we know are lies that America tells us as the way to achieve the American dream, right? Our country has always lied to us, but we find it unfathomable to imagine that the lie that Americanness is tied to the pistol is actually real. It's a fucking disgrace. Our country is a disgrace. America is a shame. It's an embarrassment to the world. We allow our children to die. We allow our old people to die. We allow other citizens to die by senseless violence, by allowing guns to permeate in our society. And there are more Americans who would get mad about you saying abolish the Second Amendment than they would get mad about hearing 20 kids killed in a school. Oh, it's thoughts and prayers then, right? It's thoughts and prayers. When 20 kids get killed in a school, 10 people get killed in a supermarket, thoughts and prayers. But it's all this vitriol and anger and hate for people who want to see change and peace in America, right? Anyway, that's what I have to say about this story. Rest in peace to the 2 victims, those 2 older men. And this is an absolute shame, a travesty. Does not matter what type of community or environment these people live in. Nobody in America should be victim of senseless gun violence. Yes, there will always be people who want to kill other people. There will always be people who want to commit crime and hurt other people. But you make it worse when you put dangerous weapons into a society. Period. For example, if there was a prison, people will fight in the prison. But do you want to make it worse by giving everybody a shank? No, you wouldn't. Of course, right? Anyway, America is absolutely going insane. The mass shootings will not stop. I would have to sit here all day to cover every mass shooting. And the reason I do this, I'll explain on Saturday. So come to my live stream, my 500 subscribers live stream. I hate talking about my subscribers in a video like this because it makes it seem like I'm trying to get clout off of death. And I'm not trying to get clout off of death or tragedy. I'm trying to actually shed light on this issue in America. People are dying every day. People are dying every day. And we need to do something to stop it. Change your mindset. Change your minds. It starts with the mind. Free yourself from mental slavery. Americanness is not tied to the gun. Our freedoms do not come from a gun. Our freedoms come from here and from loving other Americans, all Americans, white, black, Hispanic, Asian. All of us need to come together and change the society. Abolish the Second Amendment, repeal the Second Amendment, and peace.